What if I told you you could build a HIPAA-compliant workflow that can de-identify 500,000 medical records in just over 2 hours with 99.1% accuracy, and the exact same tech that helped Providence Health handle 1.8 billion records? Hi, I'm Wanjika Kahara, and I'm joined by...
I'm David Talby, CEO of Jon Snow Labs, but always still a developer.
And in the next few minutes, we're going to show you how to set up a production-grade de-identification pipeline right here on AWS. If you work with healthcare data, you already know it's a gold mine for research and AI innovation. But it's locked down by privacy laws like HIPAA. Privacy laws in HIPAA doesn't just want you to mask names. It defines 18+ protected health identifiers. You must remove or transform them. Miss even one, and you could be in violation.
That's why de-identification is not just a feature, it's a gateway to using data safely in AI, analytics, and clinical research. Some teams try to build this from scratch, but PHI detection is hard, and medical text is messy. You're working with unstructured healthcare data, clinical notes, discharge summary, radiology images, scan documents, pathology reports, and you know the first handle, PHI. Names, dates, addresses, they're everywhere. And if you're touching data governed by HIPAA, none of that can be shared without being de-identified first.
How has this technology accelerated the use of medical data?
Most of the medical research on real-world data today is done on de-identified data.
So, how can developers then work with the data?
Well, we've solved this with LLMs trained specifically on medical language, models that understand clinical context and deliver an accuracy level you simply do not get from general-purpose LLMs. De-identification is the one use case where a 95% accuracy level just isn't enough. You either have a solution that can automatically do this with regulatory-grade accuracy, or you're stuck with a solution where a human expert still needs to review each and every document.
So in this video, we're going to walk you through how to set up a fully functional de-identification pipeline for unstructured medical text on AWS using Jon Snow Labs' models, directly inside Amazon SageMaker notebooks. No model training, no complex config. We're using pre-trained high-accuracy pipeline from the AWS Marketplace. Deploy it as a SageMaker endpoint and process medical text in real time or batch. Just as important, deploying this within your AWS environment means that the documents never leave your security perimeter. You don't send them to a third-party LLM or any other API. Let's get this pipeline running.
We'll start with the AWS Marketplace. Search for Jon Snow Labs de-identification, and you'll see a listing that supports both batch and real-time processing. It's packaged for easy deployment on SageMaker with clear licensing and infrastructure pricing. Once you subscribe, you get access to the model's ARN. We'll need that in our SageMaker notebook. I'm using SageMaker Studio Notebook for this walkthrough. It's fully managed, secure, and makes it easy to deploy models and connect to endpoints with minimal configuration. In the first few cells, we install the necessary SDK, so SageMaker, Boto3, etc. We configure our AWS session and roles. We set up the endpoint name and model ARN from the marketplace. And once that's in place, we use the SageMaker SDK to create a model and deploy it as an endpoint. This takes just a few minutes, and once it's live, we are ready to send data. Here is a short clinical note, intentionally packed with PHI, like patient name, birthdays, and locations. We send this text to the deployed endpoint using a simple invoke endpoint call. The request payload is JSON. You can pass plain text or a document, along with the masking policy, masking or obfuscation. Masking replaces entities with tags, like name or date. Obfuscation swaps in realistic fake values, like replacing Mike Martinez with John Smith.
Can we see both outputs?
Absolutely, of course. Here it is, side by side. You'll see how names, hospitals, dates, and even organizational references are handled cleanly, all within the expected structure of the original document. If you need to process large volumes, you can do that too, either by using SageMaker Batch Transform or simply looping over files within the notebook. The payload structure is always the same. Just adapt your logic to pull from S3, EFS, or wherever your data lives. If you're integrating this into a larger pipeline or triggering from event-based sources like EventBridge or step functions, that's easy to extend from this same base.
So how does this work for scanned documents or images?
With this setup, the same endpoint can also accept a PDF file or DICOM image and generate a redacted file. This works with both masking and obfuscation, so that when you de-identify multimodal data from different data sources, you'll still be able to link them with the same patient. You can configure the pipeline to reuse the same obfuscated patient name and ID tokens across separate documents about the same patient, for example. There are also multiple masking policies available depending on your use case. You can define exactly what PHI entities to detect and what kind of replacement strategy to apply per entity. The Johnson Labs documentation goes deeper into this, and the default settings already cover 23 PHI entity types, everything from names to contact details and addresses. This extends beyond the HIPAA safe harbor fields to also cover things like doctor name, hospital name, professions, race, or ethnicity.
I'm loving this demo. Can developers spin this up immediately?
Absolutely. This isn't just a demo model. It's been used in production by major healthcare providers. For example, Providence Health used this same de-identification stack to automatically process over 1.8 billion documents after certifying it independently for accuracy, for bias, and for re-identification risk. That's a level of accuracy that saves team months of manual cleanup and work. And you get it right out of the box. No months-long training cycles, no configuration, no guesswork. Just plug in and start protecting your data.
So what are your top 3 tips for production as a developer?
Use real-time endpoints for low-latency applications, like user interfaces or APIs. Use batch jobs for large document archives, and make sure to delete your endpoint when not in use. SageMaker billing is per minute, so managing runtime helps reduce costs. This setup makes this solution much cheaper than APIs that charge per token.
So we've just built a privacy-compliant de-identification service for medical data inside SageMaker using a pre-trained model that can go to production today. You didn't need to write or build a custom NLP or LLM model. You didn't need to engineer masking rules, and you didn't need to set up a single GPU cluster manually.
Yes, just spin it up today on AWS Marketplace. Just search Johnson Labs and launch it within your own account, or you can click the link in the description. To connect with us directly, you can find me on LinkedIn, send a DM, and start a conversation. The fastest way to innovate in healthcare is to do it responsibly. Check the description below for links to the notebook, the AWS Marketplace listing, and docs on customizing the pipeline for your own workflows. If you're watching this and thinking, yes, but how would this work for my setup? Drop that in the comments. Whether it's PHI detection, integration into your own stack, or scaling to insane volumes, we'll jump in and answer.
And I'm curious, what's the toughest problem that you're trying to solve in healthcare AI right now? Please share it below. Drop your questions right here in the comments. We're reading every single one of them, and we might feature your use case in our next video. And please make sure to follow AWS Developers for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and go build something impactful.